think it's about time we say goodbye to the pro mods on the street and get back to what street racing used to be.
I love it, man. OG 405.
Around here, we've been street racing forever. And back in the day, no one would have ever thought about putting a pro mod on the street. It was all about steel cars on real streets.
It was, and cool videos. Big Rob followed us everywhere, taking videos and posting them all over the net.
And right now, you're gonna get to see what we looked like before this show was even an idea. Street racing's been going on in the 405 forever. It's known as one of the greatest spots in the country.
Had a little hesitation.
Who won? Chuck by a car and a half. What you mean? Oklahoma won.
It was 405.
Who else is here? Ain't nobody here but Oklahoma. It took a while, but we started to get organized down here in OKC. And then I started something called the King of the Concrete.
I love me some King of the Concrete.
I got the hookup at Thunder Valley, and I rented out the back half of the track. We are being provided with this opportunity. We cannot up. We would use it to hold big money races. How many drivers we got for the King of the Concrete? Here, Monza versus Butch, Jackie versus the Murder Nova. When you're ready, get your cars up here and get them in line. We're going down the track. King of the Concrete, baby. As the street racing scene blew up, eventually we had more fast guys than we had spots for cash days. So, in order to find out which guy was the fastest and could represent the 405, let's get a driver's meeting, all drivers! The list was born.
We've been battling for that #1 spot ever since.
Damn, dude, how things have changed.
No kidding. We're all better looking and got a lot more tattoos.
Thank goodness. Since we got the show, street racing has evolved and become something completely different.
Yeah, in order for people to come and beat us, their cars just got faster and faster, and some people even put pro mods on the street.
People?
Yeah, people. Holy this is a pro mod
This
right
is a
here.
pro mod. A hand me with a blower.
That's a whole lot of motor.
This car's gonna be fast.
Ain't no damn street car. That thing should make 3,500 horsepower.
Easy.
Pro Mod Row over there, it looks like.
We got one pro mod.
We don't have one.
You gotta have a
We got some Pro Mod killers.
There's a few major differences between pro mods and street cars. To us, a pro mod is considered anything with a composite body and an altered wheelbase. Hard to compete when they got 700, 800 pounds on us, you know what I mean? Pro mods can put out as much as 4,000 horsepower, modified for better aerodynamics. They got huge wheel wells for big tires. They still have doors, but it's an extreme challenge for even the best racer.
The lighter weight pro mod cars definitely have the advantage.
More and more pro mods are coming onto the street racing scene, and it's getting tougher and tougher for me to stay on top with a steel body car. No, I've never wanted a pro mod, but I mean, things are changing for sure.
If you get this blue pro mod, I'm gonna about it.
I give you the Crow mod.
By 3 pro mods.
Jeff Lutz and his record-breaking Pro Mod.
Pro mod by 3.
Those pro mods are behind us.
Yes, they
Chief
are.
moved up, Dave moved up, Lutz is on the list now. We have to be faster to keep up with the lightweight pro mods and the twin turbo cars.
I want to pull that header off, and I want to go over all the turbo stuff. We've got to do whatever we got to do to compete with all these new cars.
Oh, yeah! Pro Mod killer! Yeah! A bunch of Pro Mods.
You know what? Bringing pro mods to the list really pissed some people off.
Yeah, it was all fun and games when everybody was kicking my with a pro mod, but as soon as I got a pro mod on our list, it wasn't cool anymore.
You know what is cool, though? Now that we're done with the mega race, you got a car that you can bring right to the street.
Yeah, And the Crow's a bad too. We got it all lined out in California, and you didn't even get to see all of our testing. All right, so I want to check the preload hanging so we know where we're at right now. We need to tighten up the wastegate. Did we do that? It's 7/16.
Okay.
Just tighten the headers up, make sure they're good and tight.
Okay.
Okay, it's time to get the Crow ready to go.
Oh, that's good. That's good stuff.
We're testing for the first time at this track, and literally anything can happen. Every time you take a new car out to try and get it figured out, it's a different experience. But I'm excited to get in this car and start making passes and see what it can do.
It was hot. Yep.
It's not exactly what I was looking for there.
She was violent. If you go up and look at the marks, you can see it just shook right in the spin.
Yeah, it's just too hot. I gotta make a few adjustments and figure out why the car knocked the tires off right at the starting line, and we'll go from there.
That, dude. It's rocking and rolling.
Shoot, she was on one that time.
Hey, that been fast, didn't it?
Things happen quick.
It's still 104.
Pure
104.
It went 104 on that?
Yep. I think we need to dumb it down a little bit out there.
Holy
Throw some dirt out there or something.
How is it so fast?
I don't know.
Dude, we turn the car down that far and it goes 104? How fast is this thing gonna be? In just a couple passes, we've already gone 104 to the 60 foot, which is insane. This car is gonna be a fast.
She gonna be fast. Woo! Oh yeah. 102, baby.
What?
102.
102.
431, 169.
Hey, I ain't never been 102.
This car is flying. I could not be happier and more proud of my team that kicked and put this car together in 8 days. Team Midwest for the win. Well, I had the other car my whole life, and I had the Crow mod for 2 seasons, and this car's faster than all of them. Never been 102. I've been in some fast Jeff.
I don't know.
102 is getting it. Richard would have passed out in that one. Asian was pissed after he got beat by that girl in California.
You know what else will piss you off? Having raced one of those damn cheap pro mods for a spot on the list.
Don't give me that crap, man. Wasn't the first time you had to race a pro mod on the list. Dave was the one who started the pro mod on the list thing when he crashed Goliath, borrowed a pro mod from Mike Henson, and went right up that list. So don't act like this is the first pro mod on the list.
I just don't want to throw a bunch of parts at it and make it, you know, number 10, number 9. Got to go to number 1. That's one condition. All right, you're in, man.
All right. I know I can get to number 1 spot with this car. It's just a question of how long it's going to take.
I hope that every one of you guys came to race tonight.
I'm ready to race.
Thanks, Dave. Take that pro mod and shove it up your ass.
Shove it right up. Give it a chance.
Yeah, well, you got to go through a bunch of bad Tony.
What are you trying to do?
Where the to go?
Dave's going to go call him out.
Yeah, he went that way.
In all my years of street racing, I've never seen nothing like this. Boosted has literally run off scared rather than racing.
Booster went to the store.
Go find him, Dave.
Hello. Oh boy, I just passed him.
There you go.
Uh-oh, there's Dave.
Did you find him?
If he's that scared to run his down dirt roads and hide, I'll just wait for him.
That was turbo.
Dave has a weakness. It's that when things don't go his way, he gets flustered. I feel like I'm definitely in his head right now. He may leave early, or he may leave late. We didn't get the win against Dave. No surprise there. You know, big tire pro mod against a street car.
But you only lost by 3.
Oh,
pro mod.
dang!
Let's do it.
Yeah, I'm gonna need my 7 days.
Yeah? I ain't scared. Sweet. Show him that truck ain't fast without me in it.
Just do what you do, man. Just drive.
I need to get in that top 5.
We changed things.
Oh, yeah, you went turbo.
Yeah.
Our crew chief, Justin, and car owner, Mike Henson, think we can get faster switching from nitrous to turbo.
All I gotta do is make sure that drags your and I get to smile and laugh.
That won't happen.
I know my crew loves beating this car, and I know there's nothing more they'd love than to do it again.
$500 more.
We're sitting 4, we'll be 1 tonight. By the time this is over, the whole list is gonna hate us.
Turbos to the front. Let's rock and roll, baby.
He's been #1 in 2 different people's cars.
Plan B is at #1 spot with Daddy Dave driving.
He's been good at his job, but he ain't had to do nothing.
The reason I'm in that.
It's hard to go like this and then hold on.
Plan B is off the list.
I think Dave just him over.
Yeah.
So after Dave and Plan B opened the floodgates, we saw a few more pro mods go for the list.
Yep, like Jeff Lutz with his bad Mad Max Pro Mod Camaro.
And with badass cars like that coming up the list, some of the guys with steel body cars, not me, were getting a little bit nervous that they couldn't compete.
So it's just like mine.
Yeah, this one's a little heavier.
Oh my God. They're pumped.
Who's next?
It's a twin turbocharged 69 Pro Mod Chevy Camaro. Lightweight, it's fast. Fastest race ever and a chance to call out the damn list. And it broke the record for the quickest and fastest pass at drag week. Wow! The are you doing here?
I'm only here for one reason, and that's go to #1.
He was on a lick.
Yeah.
And now he's just bragging.
I kicked his hell, I wasn't even full throttle when I beat him.
You keep moving up and I keep moving up. And then by the time we get to Sean, it'll be me, you, and Sean, top 3.
Jeff, I love you. You can't drive this thing on the street the way you drive it at the track. You're gonna have to pedal it.
All right.
Damn, this is a good matchup.
Woo! All right, thanks, Tom.
Kick some man.
Yep. I'm sorry you had front row seats for that.
Hey, are you ready now, or do you need Geritol?
Let's get y'all on the road. Want to be in the top 5 before the end of the season? There we go.
In the day, we all used to race stock body steel cars on the street. And as things got faster and faster, it just spiraled out of control until everybody in the country, using our own no-rules attitude, started racing pro mods on the street, doing everything they could to kick our. So after I crashed my car, it's just the next step in evolution was to buy a pro mod and kick all their. Now, here we are. I give you the Pro Mod.
Damn. Nice. I never expected this.
Me neither. It's currently a shell, but it's a bad shell. Now it's time to get to work. All right. It fits pretty good.
Well, it fits good.
A little hard of the crow, a little thumper. The engine actually survived the crash, so we're installing a new set of turbos, hoping that I get to fire this thing up and give it a heartbeat. One of these? Woo! Here we go. It was like strapping myself to a rocket and blasting the off.
That really looked good, man.
A little birdie told me that someone is wanting to get on the list tonight.
I'm ready to be on this list. I finally brought the Crow Mod out. This list will never be the same. I know I'm a bad driver. I know I have steel. The question is, does the Crow Mod have what it takes to get back on the list? I'm excited to complete my mission of becoming #1 on this list in a single season. I'm not taking anybody lightly.
She's by 4.5.
Want to race? Sure.
She's 5 months.
I'm finally getting my shot at the crown. I've fought like hell all season to move up this list, and it all comes down to this race. I know the Promod belongs in that #1 spot, and now's my chance to prove it.
Shoot by a bumper.
Okay.
Shoot by a bumper.
Got a video.
Woo! He did it!
Good job. This.
A new #1.
Nice job, Dave. Nice job. Hell yeah, baby.
Just don't feel the same, does it?
I lost the only car I ever gave about.
The love's not there either.
The rebound chick ain't never about love. I built the Promod to be competitive, but it's time for us to get back to our roots. It's time for real steel OG cars with VIN tags getting down on the street. It's a tough decision, but if the streets is no Promods, then I'm no Promods.
You gonna be all right, though?
Look, the Promod wasn't necessarily my favorite car I've ever owned, but it was the next step. I did kick a lot of with it. I went right to #1 on that list, and it was a hell of a ride. This is a huge deal. No more Promods on the list. From now on, all the cars have to have their original VIN tag and steel roof and quarter panels. I hate to pull the car that I spent so much time and money on getting to #1 off the list, but if it gets real steel street cars back on the real streets, it's worth it. So I'm gonna bring a couple guys in to fill the spots that were dropped.
Who you talking about bringing in?
Both of them are kind of OG 405. Ryan Martin with the red Camaro, twin turbo deal, big tire. Ryan used to work with Freakin' Rican when he was on the list, and he helped Jackie tune the truck when he was on the list. And now he's been working on this red Camaro, and he's just itching to come out and show the 405 what he can do on the list.
It's fast.
And then my other choice would be, I'm calling him the comeback kid, Chucky. Chuck finally got his death trap switched over to big tire. And I think it's time for him to make his epic return to the list and see if it was all worth it. A guy like Chucky could do damage.
I think Chuck's car's gonna do well.
I'm also gonna have Kamikaze bring the El Camino out because Jeremy told me his car probably wasn't gonna be ready. He hasn't been on the list in a while, but he's been working his ass off on the car, and I think he's ready. We need top guys that can win a cash days on this list. It's time to shake it up like old school, you know, do a real list shakeup, shootout.
I like shakeups.
10 of the baddest guys we got. Everybody put in $1,000, bang it out to the end of the night. Whoever wins gets all the money, gets the #1 spot, and then we divvy it up from there. That's how the list will be. A list shakeup is pretty simple. Everyone loses their spots and then pulls numbers to determine who races who first round. The first guy who loses the first race down the road ends up number 10. The guy who loses next ends up number 9, and so on and so on. It'll take 4 rounds of racing to get this all done and figure out where everyone belongs. I'm sure there's gonna be plenty of people pissed off about this, but it's time we shake things up and bring some new faces onto this list. Everybody on the list Saturday night shows up with a chance at being #1. That's the one thing that's never been guaranteed before at a list race.
Yep.
These guys are stupid if they don't jump at that chance.
I like it. I like it.
You ready?
Aren't I always ready? Isn't this about how I'm always ready?
I'm gonna go let the rest of the guys know.
All right.
Get that thing ready.
What's up?
What's up, man?
Getting all ready?
I've been working day and night on this thing, man. I had no
coming along.
sleep. I'm trying to get it ready right now. I heard supposedly Chief took his car off the list, told Jeff Lutz to go home.
Wow.
And so there's a couple spots on the
Really?
list. Yeah.
Me and the Death Trap have been on this list forever with the small tires, and no matter how hard I tried, we just never got into the top 5. After being knocked off the list, I have made some changes to make this car a contender for the #1 spot. Last season, I finally finished all the upgrades. Now it's a big tire car. I finally got to test it out in Memphis, but the car had way too much power, and it just wouldn't hold the road. Now that there's spots opening up on the list, Chief is ready to give me a chance, and I'm ready to take it. I'm ready to show these guys just how fast the Death Trap is, but there's a catch.
He doesn't know if this thing, you know, is it going to be worthy of the list. So
Right.
Chief said, I got a grudge match for you. I heard it's Ryan at B&R, and we're going to race that Fireball Camaro.
We'll leave them sitting. They're not going to stand a chance.
So yeah, if you want to help me make sure it's ready to race, and then load it up and go take down one Fireball red Camaro.
Let's get cracking.
I think it's gonna hurt some feelings, you know.
It's a few nights before race night, and I got Chuck and Ryan here all set up for a grudge match. And I want to see what they can do before the list shakeup. Ryan's never gone for the list before, but he's been around racing in the 405 forever. He's helped guys like Freakin' Rican and Jackie get their cars list ready, and we've been racing on the street in front of his shop for as long as I can remember. I think some of the guys are probably going to complain about Ryan getting on the list, but it's only because they're scared of his car.
What do you think?
Takes an awful big dog to weigh a ton.
What's that?
This is my famous flashlight I use for flagging races.
Really?
You ain't seen it in a while.
Hold on, let me look. That's what it looks like.
Remember that?
It's been a while, but yeah.
It's been a while.
I used to know what those look like.
I would say the car looks good, but it don't.
I mean,
it's here.
It's not gonna win a car show.
It's on the street.
It's on the street.
That's all that matters. And
It's
Big old fat tires.
It's got some old fatties back there, you know.
Thank goodness.
But it's not gonna win a beauty contest.
The fast ones never do.
But like I said, that's why I'm out here tonight, do a little bit of grudge racing, and
I know that one year racing will win a beauty contest.
yeah, it will.
There he is. Look at this pretty mother. If we was in jail, I'd be cellies with you.
Oh,
You'd be my baby. You'd be my pretty. Look at you.
All right.
You know, I hate to do this, but I know it's been a while for both of you guys since you street raced. You remember how to do all this?
It's still quarter mile, isn't it?
Quarter.
Oh, that's not right.
No, eighth mile.
Okay.
So the point here is, obviously, I'm looking to make the list as fast as we can.
Sure.
But I feel like both of these cars have a shot, and they both have what it takes to be #1 on the list. You know, I want to see you guys lay one down.
Yep.
Side by side. Any money on this deal?
Yeah, I say we might as well go for $1,000.
Y'all gonna race for $1,000?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No. Hell yeah.
I mean,
you know, we ain't even had a #1 race on the list for $1,000 in a while. So this is good. This is great. If y'all are fast, man, we're gonna be best friends. Call it?
Yep. Heads.
Nah, it's tails. Your lane, sir.
We will go left.
Okay.
Left lane?
I'll take the right lane.
All right, brother.
Good luck.
Well, do it to it, baby.
We've been working on the car since Memphis. I think now we have just the right tune for the street. All right, now this needs to go down the street. Now it's time to put it to the test and try to win $1,000 in the process.
All right, here we go. I'm ready to prove to Chief tonight that this death trap is ready to take on the list. With this race with Ryan, I'll have all the data I need to be prepared for this list shakeup this weekend.
Leaves hard.
Damn. The death trap is back. It is faster than ever. Well, I smoked Ryan off the line. The car got a little bit loose, but I got it back under control and whipped his. Hopefully tonight, this race proves to Chief that this car has what it takes to be back on the list.
So as advertised, this shakeup is shaking things up. And that brings us to Daddy Dave versus Kamikaze.
You ready? Bottle's hot? Full of gas, tires, wheelie bars? Yes. Okay. First race of the season, first race in my car, it's a list shakeup. Kamikaze has upgraded the El Camino. It's got big tires. It's supposed to have a bigger motor. But it's still the El Camino. It's still a pile of that you don't want to lose to. Does that thing have anything for my Chevy too? No way in hell.
Are they both even? Half inch, okay. That's fine.
So it's been a while since I've been out here racing for the list. And the last time I had to race my buddy farm truck, and he kicked my ass, which sucked. So now we're here to see how I do again. This is the first time the El Camino's ever been on big tires. So I've worked my ass off, spent all the money I had, got the car ready. Hopefully I can prove to these guys that me and the car can do what we always do.
Dave by a lot.
So I tried to be quick on the light and left early. And then it hit the wheelie bars and just smoked the tires.
I made a super fast, clean pass. Never saw a Kamikaze. Now I'm rolling into the top 5. It went pretty straight. It wasn't even fast though. Like high gear, it didn't feel like there was nothing there. Well, we didn't lose to the El Camino.
No, we did not.
I hate that car. I hate racing it.
You know why I'm here.
Yeah.
I hate to kick a man when he's down, but I'm down too.
Hey, that's all right.
I guess this is official.
All right, man. Let's do it.
All right, let's do it.
When do we get to?
As soon as possible.
Yeah. I didn't go nowhere. Huh? I didn't go nowhere.
Did you leave early?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's the first time I ever jumped. Y'all saw his hand, I was like,
You just showed up and not even on the list, and you're number 6.
the highest I've ever been is 6.
Yeah, but you're higher than Doc and Reaper and Dominator.
Yeah. Still a win.
All right.
And with that, our first round is over, and we have our bottom 5 of this list. Reaper's number 10, Farm Truck's number 9, Dominator's number 8, and Big Headed Doc is now number 7. And he wasted no time calling out our new number 6, Kamikaze, for his spot. Now the winners of the first round move on to fight it out for the top 5 spots. This is your top 5.
And Doc. Doc, why are you here?
Too soon.
It's
Too
not.
soon.
He's
Too
here.
soon.
Like, he's here.
First time I've been out of the top 5 in a long time. I'm just used to.
That's true. I know. You went from 1
You went from 1 to 7.
Thanks, Dave.
Even though we've had issues in the past, you can hang out in our driver's meeting.
Thank you. Thank you.
Welcome to the top 5, Ryan.
Yeah, I've never been in the bottom 5.
Hey, 1 passer in the top 5?
Yeah.
It's not a bad night so far.
I'll take it. Yeah, we're happy.
All right, well, somebody got a buy run, Dave.
Let me go ahead
Whoever
and snatch
draws
that.
number 5, it's the buy.
Grab it.
Shake
Doc, what are you doing, Doc?
it. Yeah.
Here, you hold the money. So who's our 2 number 1s? Step forward if you got a number 1 chip. Oh, Chuck's got a number 1 chip.
Who else got the 1?
Who racing Chucky? Did I not put a number 1 in there? Oh, Dave got a number 1. Dave versus Chuck. That's Hadnan. All right, who's got number 2s? Sean and Mom.
You got me. I'd like to turn this in.
I'd like to turn this buy run in. See, Doc, you could have had to buy. Round 2 matchups. You got Chuck versus Dave, Monza versus Sean, and Ryan with the lucky buy run. But we better hurry up because it's looking like rain. Get it on. To the starting line, gentlemen.
It'd been nice to pick anybody but Dave. I feel like Dave's probably made the best pass. I think as of right now, he's the one to beat. So better hurry up before it rains. Whether it's now or whether it's 2 races from now, I'm gonna have to race him to be number 1.
It's trying to pull 20% of fuel all the way down through there. That's why it felt lazy.
How you fix that?
It's fuel injection. It's easy, baby. I don't think Chuck has anything for me, but we'll soon find out. Chuck is very determined. He's very competitive, but he's standing between me and the number 1 spot or that money, so I'm gonna bust his ass.
I feel pretty confident. I think I got what it takes tonight to win this whole deal. How fast Dave's car is and how fast I've made my car, this is gonna be one hell of a race. I'm ready for Dave, and I'm gonna bust his.
What do you got?
Got Dave by 3.
Dave by 3. Not at the 60-foot, though. So I turn on the light. Chuck gets the jump on Dave, and his car takes a hard left. Dave drives straight around him for the win. Both of these cars look fast as hell. Chuck ends up number 5, and Dave moves on to round 3 and gets to keep climbing.
Chuck has a car to be worried about. Like, it is a top 5 contender, no doubt. Like, he was out of car on me. That little sumbitch was on the light.
Yeah, he's angry.
Yeah, so mad.
I slipped up against Dave. My mistake. I'll prove myself another night.
Driving over here on oil with the left tire, that's why I went left.
I did.
There's a stream of oil for 200 foot.
There is?
Yeah, it was right underneath your left tire. That's why it pushed.
Oh, I know where it comes from.
I know what it is, too. Damn it. We know why the car got squirrely out on the big end. The driver of the car forgot to drain the catch cans. It was rolling, dude. It was rolling. We ended up oiling down the road, put oil all underneath the left-hand tire. I hate beating myself. Hate it. I hate it. Stupid.
Yeah.
Dumb. That's Chuck's fault. That's
like
Chuck.
a-
I promise you.
Oh.
That's Chuck's fault. I tested this on the road 3 passes, and I worked on it all day today, making sure everything was perfect, and I didn't drain those. I cost myself the race with Dave, but I look forward to racing Dave another night.
That thing done.
I gave it a shot, man.
I was worried for a second. Like, I should have turned my on a second sooner.
It's totally 100% Chuck's fault. Hey,
And I'm going on to win
we'll
that
race
10
again.
grand.
All right.
See the bump right here?
I saw it. I asked Sean. He made a pass, and he went real close to the curb. He went around everything, and I said, did you do that on purpose? He goes, no. But
Since Ryan drew the buy run, he doesn't have a competitor this round, but he does have the option of making a solo pass down the road, and he's just smart enough to take it.
I'm not having to race this.
I'm gonna drive over top of that. This car can get as many free hits as he wants, but as soon as I get a chance, I'm gonna blow it out of the water.
All right. The chips are getting light. The money's still heavy. The crown's getting closer. We're down to 3. Daddy Dave, Monza, and Ryan. All 405 OGs. Doc's my helper, so Doc, you hold the crown, please. You're like Vanna White. See?
He's an ugly man in white.
We got one buy run.
Come on, Monza, hurry, hurry.
Choose your fate, man.
Don't do anything, because he can't draw. He can't draw, so.
It's up to you. You got it or not?
Did you get it?
Yeah,
Got
right.
the buy. Monza.
Yeah!
He earned it.
By God, I'm at least going to end up at number 2 again.
Hey, that just shows where you belong. Close to the top.
No, that's not where I belong.
No, I'm
but
not.
that's
I didn't
close
say
to where I
that.
belong.
That's why I said close. Calm down. Let's get it on.
Okay.
So we got 2 races left. Ryan versus Dave, and then the race for number 1. Dave's been talking trash about Ryan's car, and now it's time to put up or shut up, as the loser will end up number 3, and the winner will move on to face Monza for number 1 spot.
This was at 40, and that was at 160. I think he outruns that. The list shakeup was a really good idea. Let's just go. But when you take someone like Ryan that now is in the running for the number 1 spot, if he outruns me, that's a downfall to it. I don't think he deserves to be up there. I'm gonna go ahead and bust his keep him down there where he belongs.
What are you thinking as far as changes, just leaving it out of the hole the way it is?
Out of the hole?
Leave it.
Leave it.
Okay.
And taking some out of it down there. Yeah, try to get it to not tire shake. Basically, everything's the exact same except for about 200 foot, we turned it down a little. So what I hope is we didn't turn it down too much, drives around us, then what it is what it is. It's a kind of a double-edged sword. You take a car like ours that has all the power in the world, and we'll never be able to use all of it on the street, even with as big a tire as we got. You know, we put the biggest tire we could put on it, you know. So it becomes a tuning game and a power management game. We're gonna have to be on our A game to make a good pass.
This thing is on a mission. It's hauling ass. Ryan has not a chance in hell running Goliath 2.0.
like Dave. How bad?
A couple buses.
Dave by a lot.
Shut her down.
Car didn't leave like we wanted it to leave. It was too soft out of the hole, so Dave instantly put 2 car links on me. As soon as the power started to come on, we started to make some ground on him, and then it spun the tires. So, did everything we could, but it wasn't enough for us to catch him.
I'm lucky from 7 to 2. As I predicted, we beat Ryan. Take his ass back to the track where he belongs.
It started getting it, but then it shook the tires.
Didn't change anything.
Oh. It probably is a little more difficult to get this down the street than I thought it was going to be. It's a good pass. Good job.
Thank you.
Good job.
So Ryan Martin shows up just for a chance at the list and ends up going all the way to the number 3 spot. Not bad for the new guy. And now it all comes down to Monza versus Dave. Hello.
What's up?
How are you today?
Good.
I didn't want to race.
Welcome to the final.
Me and Daddy Dave in the final.
You guys haven't raced with your new car yet, have you? No?
This will be the first. For the number 1 spot and
Oh, wow. There you go.
10 grand.
10 grand, number 1. Get that crown, baby. Who's calling it?
Me.
Call it.
It's
It is tails.
I can't win nothing.
All right, I'm gonna think about it in a few minutes, and I'll let you know.
Okay. Rock and roll, baby.
Man's up there chewing his nails, don't bet. He's probably up there.
I pulled 5 degrees and I added 5% to that hole. That way the nitrous isn't going any other holes. None of the other holes have to pick up what that one's missing. It's just right as the valve's closing, it's gonna light it as the other holes are pulling it out. I just wanna see a badass race.
I just like to have 10 grand. This list shakeup has worked out great for me. Before tonight, I wasn't even in the top 5. Now I'm in a run-in to be number 1. So it's worked out perfect for me. Looks like Goliath's fixing to lose a couple pistons. But with Chief's help and some tricky tuning, this thing may make the trip. Here's hoping Goliath 2.0 has enough to pull off one more win.
I do, baby, and your 10 grand.
We just decided he's getting the crown, I'm getting the money.
Really? Man, y'all are friends.
Dave's Nova don't stand a chance in this race. So I'm gonna drag his I'm gonna take the 10 grand, and most importantly, I'm gonna come out number 1.
It's anybody's ball game. Both these guys have been number 1. They don't get no better than that. And it's $1,000 of our money. Yeah, so it's 9,000 and then our money. Yeah, mine too. Oh yeah. so it's 8,000.
What's the call? What's the call?
Daddy Dave by 2.5 cars.
Daddy Dave by 2.5. New number 1, crown and 10 grand. I won 20 bucks from Doc. I hit the light. Both racers took off. Daddy Dave left Monza in the dust. It was the left lane all the way. We have a new number 1, and Dave is taking home that $10,000.